Mm-hmm. Alpha and Omega, beginning and end. I just need you to know.
I'm showing off my boost knuckles.
Only so you can understand. So when I do disappear, there ain't no questions as to why.
You right here.
I don't over explain, but I make sure you. I'm not one of those.
I don't know.
I don't like to know. It aggravates the fuck out of me. What? Hold on, wait a minute, we here.
There was so many side conversations going on just now. I didn't know which way to look. Should I?
But I love Leos.
Should I?
Y'all are just like, you know what I love about Leos?
All these conversations. You know my 80s.
How strong y'all are and how like y'all will be like boisterous strong. Like y'all don't give a fuck. And I'd be like, damn, like chill out a little bit. And they'd be like, no, fuck that, because I'm like, you're right, but like chill out just a little bit. You know, they deserve it. So I love that because y'all are feisty as fuck. Like as fuck. This one, emotional. She crazy and feisty, but it's the emotional
Nobody
first.
needs to feel. And here's my thing. If you can't deal with my emotions, that's not my problem.
This one
is who I am. That's me.
This one is a secret assassin, right? No, for real, secret assassin. She gonna quietly take your ass down, okay? And I'm just loud, but ain't really gonna do shit. But then you gotta really push me, and then I'll do something. Because usually I'm just gonna leave, and as an alternative to do something. Like, yeah. So that's like all the dynamics in the room. Oh, well, then that's a problem because I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to save you from the raft. So why would you stop me from leaving? Why would you, Nedra? And I love your hair, Nettie. Why would they stop me from leaving? This mouth? No one's tried to stop me from leaving. They know better.
And that's on that.
And that's on God.
That's on period.
And that's on God.
Nettie won her moose knuckles today.
That's when it's 95 degrees.
Okay.
So I guess that's how we're gonna start the show today, y'all. Yeah, welcome to Pandagasms, y'all. Your hyper hostess, Panda.
Yeah.
And we got the lovely Nettie Boo.
Yeah.
We got Big Cat on the side. She's coming back. Big Cat, say hey. And our lovely guest whose cherry done popped so many times. We got the lovely Venom. Hey, baby.
Hey, baby.
Hey, baby.
Hey.
We actually have somebody in the studio, Mr. I'm going to say Mess.
Mess, yeah.
Mr. Stefan. And that is who Big Cap was over here having her own little side conversation with about Leos and Capricorns and the signs and all of that. So she gave her version from her end, which is great. But, you know, I don't agree to disagree with people. I let people feel how they feel. They're entitled.
Stop it. I didn't say it was a bad thing. I just love how we all have our own vibe. How we start with it, with the situation, like how you react to it. Everybody's reaction is different, and that's what I love, is when it's different reactions from everyone. Mine's is like, wait, what? Hold on.
Depending what it is.
What?
I might leave.
Yeah, I really like that.
Or both. It all depends.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
And Nettie's just plotting. When something happens, Nettie's plotting. Nettie done already put together what's really happening, and she's like, all right, so this is how we're moving. Bow. Bow.
All right.
Just like that.
So real quick, before we get into the topic, I got a quick story, y'all. Okay.
Got a story.
It's not 95 degrees. I'm so happy it's
got
not.
a story to
Do you need me to
tell.
put the
Because we
AC
were
on?
sweating in here the
I know
other
the last
time.
time.
Girl, I felt like a sweaty, salty stripper in here the last time.
Salty though?
Sweat and salt. We all know that.
I mean, it could be sweet.
When is your sweat ever sweet? Lie to yourself
You
and
don't
say
know
it.
me.
Lie to yourself and say your sweat was sweet. I didn't say the song, I said the sweat.
Do you see what I got to deal with? But I love it.
I ain't never caused nobody high blood pressure.
Ready for story time now?
Story time.
Okay. So one of my friends is dating this guy, and she went with him to one of his football games.
Okay.
And after the football game was over,
They adults?
yeah, they're adults.
Okay.
They're adults. They're about in their 35, late 30s, early 40s.
They got a football. He's in a football league.
Yeah, they still have them.
Really?
Yeah.
I know they got basketball ones. I didn't know they had
No football.
ones.
Yeah,
Oh,
my sister
okay.
today won, and he used to love 50-something out there, still getting
What
it
his
in,
legs
feeling
look
like
like?
he was young.
What his legs look
He
like?
was out there.
Hello.
I'm sorry.
Focus.
I get that they still play football.
Ready.
I'm
She's
sorry.
still stuck on that venom, you know.
Ready?
I'm sorry.
You back?
Okay, we ready.
So after the game is over, one of somebody from in the audience or whatever, I don't know if they played on the
From
team,
the
but
crowd,
a
not the
someone in the audience,
In the crowd.
whatever, came up to her and was like, "Hey, how you doing?" And she's looking at this person like, "Okay, hi," and they're like, and she's looking at the guy that's hugging her like, "I don't know you, but hey," and she's looking at her boyfriend like, "Who is this guy?" And they're looking at each other like, "Hey," so she's like, "Who are you?" And he's like looking at her boyfriend like she don't know me, and she's like, "Yeah, I don't know who you are." So the friend is really like flabbergasted. He's like looking at his boy, which is the girl's boyfriend. Yeah. Confused like, "Why?" So this goes on for about 2 or 3 minutes. This back and forth. The game is.
So wait, but the girl, the
my friend really doesn't know who this guy is. I just came to her. But he
Okay.
swears up and down he knows her.
okay,
Mr. Random.
okay, all right.
So fast
But
forward.
who's
now,
random with?
Random is in the audience. He's
Just a random.
Yeah.
And so he came down and hugged her like he knew her,
Right,
but
'cause
she
he
don't
knows
know him.
the boyfriend.
Her man.
So she knows the man,
She knows
The
her
guy that
boyfriend.
came to hug her
She don't
knows
know
the
man.
boyfriend.
She knows.
but she don't know him.
She don't know him.
But he's
But
acting
he
like he
thinks he
also
knows
knows
her.
her.
Yes.
Okay.
We all here on the same
But
page.
the boyfriend knows the friend.
Yes,
Yeah.
the boyfriend.
The
knows the
boyfriend.
guy.
So he's not random.
The boyfriend
He's
knows
just
the guy.
random to her.
Right. He's just
Okay.
random to her.
Okay.
So fast forward now, they're leaving, they get in the car, they're going home, and another one of the audience people, random number 2, comes to the car.
Crowd.
Random guy number 2, but also knows the boyfriend, comes to the car, says hey, and he's like, "Oh, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a while." And she's kind of like, "I don't know who you are," type thing. And she's like, "Oh, okay." And so the guy's like, "Never mind, I need to go get my glasses," and walks away.
Okay, so
They think
maybe
she's another girlfriend.
Yes!
Oh,
Yeah.
So the boyfriend has a
No.
So
Couldn't be me.
So she's like,
It does happen.
she's like, "It's a good thing we've already had this conversation, and I already know about your ex-girlfriend situation, et cetera, et cetera." She's like, "But this is why women are better cheaters. Because in the women's world, that would never ever happen. We would be having eye contact like,
Don't come over here.
That ain't the one.
Don't come over here.
we would be having a whole conversation. And this is how men get caught up. So it's a good thing that like they had that open conversation and they already knew what was going on type thing. Well, in my mind.
Wait
her mind.
a minute.
Go ahead.
It sounds like they have been caught up before.
So both of them really thought that she was the ex.
Because
And
he
has
has,
a
It's
type.
not
He-
impossible.
And he-
it's not. It's something that can really happen.
Yeah,
It's,
I feel like it's happened to me.
really.
hmm
Mm.
But unlike your friend, I'm the one that will make it uncomfortable. Like, oh no, I'm not Keisha. Right? Especially if I already know, I'm like, oh no, that's not me. You're thinking about
That's
you're thinking
weird.
about sis.
The first one I might have let slide, but the second one, someone
No.
get your glasses, I would have been like, yeah, you might, because I'm Latoya. Nice to meet you. Like,
I wouldn't even have been mad about it. I would have called
Like,
the
she wasn't
kids.
mad. She just like.
But I would have gave him a little bit of attitude to let the boyfriend know, nigga, as soon as we leave here, update the chat. Because why didn't you let these people know?
I probably wouldn't have let y'all know.
Let the chat know. No, because you don't want people. I feel like that's not okay.
I just pop up with you and like, hey,
Exactly.
here he is. Ta-da!
No, I always know when you're with somebody new, so I know not to say the wrong name or something when someone's in the background. Come on.
Yes.
You know how I talk. You gotta let me know, nigga. I'll be there say, who's that? Dick Harry? Tom? Who's that? Nicole? Like,
You would have been like, oh shit, that ain't Kevin. No.
You know what I mean? That's why I'm like, you gotta. For me, I'm not afraid. You gotta let know. Just let y'all know now.
But and then cleaned it up. Like, you know what? I hope you do way better than Kevin because Kevin was a jerk. He was no good. I tried to tell her he was no good. You look like you gonna be better than Kevin.
This is why women are
It wouldn't be no, oh, let me go get my glasses.
No.
So that was weak.
cleaned up right then and the
So
moment
obvious.
it's getting fixed. Ain't gonna be no moments. None of that. So I just wanted to.
I think that's funny.
Mm.
But
I
I
thought it was
definitely would have been
entertaining,
like,
too.
oh no, that's not me. You're thinking about such and such.
I thought that was pretty.
And see how he
I was
dealt
like-
with that.
And I asked her. I was like, "Is her?" She's like, "Go ahead." So she
Dry.
knows.
That's a Vynom.
So thank you.
I got some more on this
You
leg.
got too much oil on?
No, she's dry. I'm sharing.
Oh.
There's some more of this.
So, okay. Now, we dive down. We dive into the wonderful topics of the night. Let me pull them up for you.
Moose knuckle.
Just in the event you are not following us on our social media platforms, please do so. You should be following everywhere. Pandagasms on
Are you still
all
free, Venom?
platforms.
Are you still free?
Yes.
Yes! It's like August something, right?
Yeah, to like around Boston Carnival.
Okay.
That's like the last weekend in August. You got another month to go, a month and a half.
Looking all light. Looking all light and chill. You know?
All right, y'all ready?
The rapper has a son who is being raised by NFL quarterback. What's that name?
Hey.
Russell Wilson. Russell
Oh,
Wilson.
man.
If you were to ask future son who's a good dad, I don't think we'd be surprised for him to say it was Russell. The nigga that was there. The nigga that was there. The nigga who's just as busy as his dad. You gotta fly to a different city. You gotta fly to Russell Wilson is busy as people. No, it's not.
He's busier.
A rapper who gets to choose his tour dates, bro. Who can who can make music in the hometown that his kid is in, bro. Wait. When I'm wrong, just let me know. I'll give you a rapper that can choose his tour dates, who can make music where his son is at, who basically controls his schedule. It can say yes or no to meet and greets. Most of this shit is club appearances at night, bro. Right? Russell Wilson, who gotta go to OTAs every other weekend. I'm asking from that kid's perspective. Who the fuck y'all think he's gonna say is the better dad? All right, Russell Wilson. Go ahead. What that was say? The mother brainwashed the kid. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh, come on, right?
It was already bad.
It was already worse with the mother brainwashed the child.
Because it got to be the mother's fault, right? The kid just can't see who's actually constantly there in their life and supporting them and going to their games and making sure they're involved and teaching them how to pump gas and how to change a tire and how to be a man instead of fucking off with bitches and being a whole fuck boy talking about my future. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. But kids are not smart. Kids don't pick up anything. They're stupid. It has to be the mother who brainwashes them. I'm sorry, I forgot. My bad. Because I just thought that was idiotic. And why are we talking shit about Russell? Because he's being a stand-up dude. Why does he have to be corny? Why does he have to be all these different names? He's a good dude who's there for a child that's not even his. So y'all can all like suck one because what do you mean?
A moose knuckle.
For real? Like, are y'all GA? Like, I don't understand. Like, I'm like, why does him being a good dad trigger so many men?
I don't know.
Because they're shitty dads? Because they had shitty dads?
Because we are in
But nobody likes the good guy.
because we are in a time and space where creating a situation of struggle for a woman is more important than making sure that she could get through life peacefully. So when I heard that, I correlated it to another video that I saw of a stepfather taking the son to the barbershop, and the biological father walked in and flipped out. That's not your job, and literally got in the man's face. So when I heard that clip, I correlated it to that same video because What is so wrong about this woman learning from her mistake and leveling up for her and her child? You have already proven to me that you don't want to be here. You have already proven to me that even though we didn't work out, you don't have your child's best interest at heart. This man does. And I think the whole thing with like Future is just like his celebrity status. This man ain't even stable for himself. How many women has he been through in the media?
And ain't nobody saying nothing about that. They
Ain't nobody saying nothing.
And everything else. There's no.
It's that double standard thing, because if Sierra was doing it, why she got him around all these different men? That's not ladylike. Like, no, she leveled up in life. Was she supposed to continue?
But because they can't say that, now Russell's corny. They're gonna find a way to say something.
These are men that don't have strong male guidance in their lives that think that Russell Wilson is corny. These are men that don't have strong men as examples. And the thing is, people will sit up there and look at, Future's cheap shots and the records that he throws at Russell, whatever. Like, oh, he's coming at him. No, he's showing his panties. Because that man never has to respond. You know what his clapback is? I'm in the backyard throwing ball with your son.
I'm at his football game. I'm teaching him my sport. Your son's about to be following up under my
all of my jerseys.
Like, I'm sorry, what?
I made sure that even if me and his mom don't work out, she owns her masters, so your son's gonna continue to eat. And she ain't gotta ask you for shit.
All our kids are gonna continue to eat. Like, come on. I didn't make sure she struggled. I made sure she was set the fuck up.
Meanwhile, your whole claim to fame behind her was, oh, I'm gonna drag her through the mud. She has never said anything bad about him. Even when she was asked, she laughed it off. Like,
she laughed. It kept the conversation going. Exactly. Classy.
Like an adult should.
You know, the worst threat to a nigga with an ego is not being acknowledged.
Boom.
Maybe been quiet.
Like they're not there. Like you never even met them. Like who?
Oh, I'm just sorry. I say it all the time. We just related to the same kid. I don't know that man.
Facts.
I don't even know how we related to the same child, but baby,
somehow, some way it happened, and there it is. But that's it.
God got a sick sense of humor. If you ask me,
I'm done.
My question is, from that little piece, is I wish there were some more men in the chat here or watching so that they can chime in, because when they see that a man is not taking care of his children or his responsibilities, what type of accountability do they say to them? Do they unfriend them?
It's not their business. That's what you get. It's not their business. That's what he got going on over there. I got to worry about what I got going on over here, because 9 times out of 10, they wearing the same hat. It's probably a different color.
They're not on that Russell level, and that's why they talking that shit.
They're not gonna talk to each other like, yo, I ain't even show up for my son today. Yo, dog, me neither. They're gonna sit there and have a conversation about, yo, she won't let me see the kid. Yo, my girl's on the same BS. She won't let me see the kid. Well, why?
Because remember, the mother had to brainwash the kid, like you said at the end of the video. The mom had to brainwash the kid. You know, it's always somehow the mom's fault, right?
Baby, mom is tired. Mom is a doctor, a chef, a therapist,
a psychiatrist. Listen, Nettie ain't spoke yet. I don't know who she is.
Because you know, I feel like it's the why. Y'all got it. Y'all are saying all of the correct things. My only question is, why are we even shining light to this? We all know that it's bullshit. The dudes that he was sitting with couldn't even take what he was getting ready to say. Granted, he called Russell Wilson corny, but he made a very valid point. Who is Lil Future gonna say is the best father? We all know it's Russell wins by landslide. Why are we even having this conversation?
It just sucks.
You feel what I'm saying?
That think like that, I guess.
It does, but I mean, again, you guys hit the nail on the head.
But we've talked about it before. Like, come on,
toxic fatherhood, toxic raisings. Those are the people that agree with it. There's nothing wrong with not being around. There's nothing wrong with not being a part of your child's life. There's nothing wrong with, not making sacrifices,
barely doing the bare minimum. It's
to
okay
be around and to
we'll lie to
important
each other and
things,
say you're doing
teach your
just
child
enough.
how to get,
You're doing what you can.
teach your child
It's
how to
her
get through
fault.
life.
She's brainwashing.
I've seen. I'm not even gonna get into it, but yeah, that's why I have nothing to say. You guys are saying all of the things that I would say.
My thing is just once you pick that side, stand 10 toes in it. Like, don't be upset when someone calls you out on it. Yeah, I'm a deadbeat, and like stand 10 toes on it because you ain't embarrassed doing the action. Don't be embarrassed when somebody else speaks on it.
But no, because they let her grab their kids right near Father's Day and take a picture and act like they was fucking doing something all year round.
Baby,
but you want to know something though? A lot of people don't understand sacrifice. You feel what I'm saying? And like, just to play devil's advocate to it, Venom just said, which we didn't even introduce her. She did talk about. Oh, okay. Maybe I was singing Glorilla, but
that's the one. Yeah, and
just to play devil's advocate to what you just said, he might not see himself as a deadbeat.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They never do.
What he
they don't take accountability.
Contribute is great dad contributions. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to clock in for my phone.
Yeah, ready? Let's go.
With your sexuality, there's a wave of fake feminism of younger girls who think that being feminist means being just as problematic as men. So, do we want freedom, or do we want our turn to being the oppressor? And so, there's a lot of toxic femininity that's taking place, and they're using the shield of sexual freedom as a cover for that, but they're moving unethically in the same way that we always chastise men for. You can be sexually free and pop it, lock it, spread it low and wide or whatever, but why does anybody have to be hurt or dishonored for that to take place? And so my thing is that a lot of the younger girls, particularly the under 30 girls, they bristle at me because I'm so sexually open. They think we got it. I'm like, yeah, but you're moving dirty, baby. Yeah. No, that's real though. And the thing is, you cannot get mad at moving dirty while moving dirty yourself. And so the reason why my show is called Humanize is because most is a side all the time. Internalized misogyny is real. I know some deeply misogynistic women. I believe in being.
There was that.
Saying misogynistic women is something that I've never heard before.
Me neither.
I've never heard that.
I got nothing.
I get it.
Did we lose him, or did we just change the view?
Hold on.
Did I do it? Oh shoot!
Sorry about that.
No, it was me. I had to switch devices. I was having difficulties.
Yeah, it wasn't me.
Sorry, we was.
And you tried to blame me.
Little cat.
Little
cat.
Big
cat.
It's always
disrespect.
Don't. Okay.
So, did you have the video?
Yes.
Okay. Who wants to start?
I got nothing.
I mean, I again agree with what she said. I feel like that about a lot of things. And I've asked that question before, like, do we want equality or do we want the chance to be the oppressor? And is that any better than
what they're doing?
What life is like now?
I don't know. I don't see the point of that. So it's like, if we're supposed to be doing better, let's actually do better.
Right.
Right. So I get exactly what she's saying. It's a whole thing of
and you can show off your moose knuckle without being talked to.
Thank you, Venom. Okay.
You know what's crazy? When I watched this video, the first thing I thought of was Costume Carnival. How they become more sexually liberating, and it's like their whole crotch is outside. And I'm not, saying that the costumes and stuff don't be looking nice. And
you don't have your crotch out?
No, I don't. Absolutely not.
Are you not supposed to have your crotch out for Carnival?
If you go back and
look, you can.
But if you go back and compare costumes from
when
now
it was in the beginning,
to the beginning,
and they're actually rules. One of the rules from Carnival
Venom,
back in like when they
is the crotch supposed to be out? Yes or no?
Hell no. So this is the thing. So this is the thing, and this is the misconception with Carnival. So if you got it, flaunt it. Do you? The point of Carnival is to be free and to celebrate your culture. However, just as Panda and Natty Boo was saying in the beginning, if you look at the history of Carnival, it was very, very modest. You had layers upon layers of modesty, even out in that hot sun. It wasn't until, I want to say probably within like the last 20, 25 years that it started to become less and less of the modest, production being made. But there are still some mass camps that stay true to what Carnival is truly about. Like if you see, what's her name, Anya A. Chunk, when she comes up with her line, who she teams up with? I think she teams up with Tribe. Or the Lost Tribe. Yeah, she pays homage to the traditional roots. She finds that balance between the two. Carnival is not all about skinning out and having your body on, out there and on display and who could be the most naked in the street. If that's your thing, cool. I love that for you. And if it's not, then it is what it is. All the way around, it's about a celebration of culture, not about who could be the most naked. And I think that's the thing. Like people need to understand where people are at in their lives, and that contributes to this conversation of, do you want to be the oppressor or do you want to have equal rights? You don't know what a person's journey is, that they may feel the need to have that power in their hand and that they need to experience it for a little bit before they realize, like, I'm messing up the same way that they messed up. They can call BS on themselves.
That doesn't make it right, though.
No, of course not. But the thing is, everybody has to recognize that for themselves in their journey, because you can only be a shitty person for so long before it starts to play on your own mental, because then you're gonna start thinking that everybody's out to get you.
Everybody's being shitty.
Exactly.
Ooh, that's why I don't lie.
Yeah.
That's why.
You weren't
Some people have to be in that seat to notice that. But like me, I could be on the outside looking in, like, nah, I know where I want to be in this fight. But everybody doesn't think that way. So that's just where I'm at with it.
I get it. I definitely understand that people want to have this freedom, but again, I just feel like there's a time and place for everything. I'm still from that generation, from that upbringing. There's a time and place for everything. Yes, you should. Yes, you can express yourself. However, did anybody die? No, absolutely not. But there's still self-respect and dignity. Where is it?
No, your crotch is supposed to be on display.
Like, where is it?
I'm showing off my moose knuckle.
And again, if that's what
all
they're
the toe,
doing, I'm not
all
knocking
the
it,
camel toe,
because I definitely
all
am
of
no
it.
better than a man.
Lips, flip
rewinding, slow
lips.
motioning, sharing, everything I see on the internet with all the slackness. I like to look at it. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I thought you was talking about. Oh my!
No, you didn't know.
Do you know where my head went?
No, where did it go?
Far from here.
Far away.
When you
She was not in this game, girl.
You be rewinding. Then you said sharing. I was about to be like, bitch, when? You don't share. What?
Why you know me?
But then you was said something that brought me to social media. But I thought you was just talking about in life. You rewinding, reversing back. Girl, I was about to be like, you know, a lot of these people like that. I be sharing.
I don't mind seeing you. Just won't be me doing it. I wish. I know this might be like. What is it called? The unpopular opinion. But I wish they bring back shame.
Bring back what?
I wish they would bring back shame. Where people have shame and would be ashamed of things that they did and wouldn't do them because it was shameful upon themselves.
You can bring back shame when audacity's at an all-time high.
I wish they would bring back shame. Because Jesus, the people of the world today, Lord.
I'm showing off my moose knuckle.
I'm showing off my moose knuckle.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna call it.
I've never heard it called a moose knuckle.
Girl,
like
down in the backwards,
not moose knuckle.
Down in the backwoods of the South.
We can look up names
Shame.
right now if you want.
Moose knuckle.
Shame.
I'm showing off my moose.
Shame.
Vynom sent us a video of this other woman who is living her best life in this moment, and I just want to share it.
Hey, Freya. My whole thing started at age 52.
Hey.
I'm 54 years old.
Hey.
Started at 52. But when is it going to end? I can't tell you that. Only my knees can tell us that.
Only my knees.
Honey, I'm out here living my best life.
Ain't
No
you?
regrets.
Ain't
Okay?
you?
I love you. Bye.
Bye.
It's the fight for me. Hey,
But
I'm not
do you have the other one?
Which other one?
The one with the lady, I think I sent it to you on Facebook. The lady, she was talking about people having their whole phases in the earlier parts of their life rather than in the later part.
Yes. I'm pulling it up.
You gotta get to the beat. To the beat.
It's a whole phase in your 20s better than having a whole phase in your 30s or 40s.
Absolutely. Get it out early. Yes. Now, by the time you in your 30s, you can find something serious. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry about, like I said, feeling like you're missing out. And I think that's a lot of things with women, older women, we feel like we're missing out. We see, again, social media, we're seeing these young girls living their life and having a good old time, living their whole life. And we feel like we're missing out because we didn't get a chance to do that. Why is a whole phase necessary for a woman's development?
I think she needs to speak for herself. What? What?
No, I feel like 20s is more development age, and I feel like you shouldn't be hoeing. I feel like you should be focusing more on career. Now that I'm where I am in life, I'm like, no, I think you should start really being a hoochie at like 30, 40, like 20, buckle down your life a little bit more. I don't know. I just feel opposite. I feel opposite.
I think it's, for me,
I did date older men in my 20s, so maybe I was in that phase and just didn't realize it.
For one, what is
now for me, I feel like whole phases is all about perspective and what it is that you're seeking. So for a lot of people, when they hear a whole phase, they think of it automatically as sexual encounters. You out here being promiscuous, throwing the ass, you just doing your thing. You don't care with whom, like you're being reckless about it. However, for me, I feel like there are phases. I feel like there's HOE and then there's HEAUX. You know, the faux whole phase. So when I say that, like, you know, early, I feel like in your 20s, that's when you have your faux whole phase. This is where you are learning yourself. You're learning your likes. You're learning your dislikes. You're being introduced to adulthood. So everything is coming at you fast. You know, you're trying to decipher what works for you and what doesn't. It's not a time for you to be tied down to anything in particular, but more so to weigh your options. Dating, okay, do that. Do you have to sleep with everybody you date? No. You still have some you still have some regard about yourself. However, you're going into everything with an open mind. Now, as you start to develop and you start to zone in on what your boundaries are, what your likes and your dislikes are, and you feel like, you know, you've created that balance for yourself and you are stable and you've built your confidence, like you have your foundation course for yourself. Then if you want to venture into the HOE side of things, you're more careful about it. You know, you may have your rotation of Tom, Dick, and Harry, but you know, it ain't all going to be in the same night. It may not all be in the same week. And, you know, you may have that confidence about yourself where it's like, you know, you're safe about it. You're comfortable about it. This is you. You're in your own skin. So for me, I feel like it's all about perspective and it's all about where you are in life.
I don't think I ever had a whole phase. I mean, I had a lineup, but I feel like when people say whole phase, they're talking about fucking, which is correct. Everything doesn't have to be about fucking. But if we're just talking about the guidelines that most people adhere to, which is just fucking and having multiple and a rotation for fucking, no, it's just one and then I'm done with you and maybe I'll move on to the next. I never have them like this week is Tom and next week is Harry. Like I can't.
That's why I say it's all perspective. Because for me, I equate
I've never wrapped my brain
to a
around
man
that.
being in their prime. To me,
So
that's how I equate the two. But everyone has their preference and their perception of it.
I feel like I can relate to both of you guys. When it's funny because I literally probably over the weekend told a man that he needs to have a whole phase because I don't
Why
think
you
that
got your
he's
camera
had
on me?
one.
This is your show. Turn it on you.
I don't think that he's
That's
had.
your
I don't think that
camera.
he's experienced
Turn it on
it.
you.
You know.
Turn it
So
on you.
and the reason why I suggested it to him.
I am.
The reason why I suggested it to him was simply because I felt like he needs time to be alone. Like I feel like he spent a lot of time in relationships and he gives off that he needs like a companion next to him. I'm like, bro, have a whole phase. Like chill out, have a whole phase, stop trying to live with niggas. Like be by yourself and do you. So that's why I say I kind of can relate to what Venom said in reference to perspective. I also think that you should act on peak attraction, right? So I do think I don't know if you should have it at a certain phase of your life. However, I think carpe diem. If you're at a phase in your life where you can balance a whole phase, whatever that is to you, then do it. Don't wait for later, or don't feel like you've missed your opportunity. I could say probably that a later in life whole phase is better because you got adult money and you can do adult things. So
You can have both in different areas.
But I feel like an earlier in life whole phase is a little more reckless. And as long as you survived, that reckless shit was amazing.
That's a fair statement.
So
surviving.
Carpe diem. Wherever you are in life, if you can manage a whole phase, then have it.
And I think
you have more than one whole phase.
Yeah.
Whole phase 1 and 2.
And
Matter of fact, if you're up there
judgmental.
and you have the opportunity to have an early in life whole phase, do it now. Get your life together. Have a late in life whole phase, and then write an essay and tell us
if
which
we
one was
can have
better.
a midlife crisis. Why can't we have a midlife whole phase?
You can have whatever phases and however many phases you want. This is the thing. And this is why I feel like, whole phases are important no matter who you are. Only because there are so many people who jump from relationship to relationship that sometimes they may settle down with the person who's already been there in life, and then they resent them. You try, no matter what, when you get to know somebody and they tell you, oh yeah, I used to travel, I used to do this and blah, blah, blah. And if you get with a free spirit, they're just going to let you know, I've done this, that, and the third. You cannot resent the choices, the opportunities that they chose to take earlier in life or before you. Like, I've watched it happen to a lot of people.
But men don't know how to handle that, dude. They all want to know about
But I'm not even going to put a gender on it. Because
I'll say, man,
it happens to both sides. Like, well, she was out there, and I waited for her. Nigga, you didn't even know me. you was waiting for somebody. So it's like you can't get with somebody who's had that phase, and then you're always going to be wondering about the way. You know what it reminds me of? What was that show that everybody went crazy for on Netflix? The woman who was married and she was having like the emotional,
sex life.
She was having an emotional affair.
You didn't even have to finish the explanation. Okay, and let me tell you something. She had a later in life whole phase, and motherfucker, it was great. It was great, okay? And if you followed up with season 2, she good.
So here's my thing.
Do I need to watch this show?
You ever seen Sex Life?
You better watch it.
Here's my thing. I don't think if you're being a hoe if you're single.
Facts. Like, how is it?
I don't think that's being a hoe.
But I guess if you're having intercourse with more than one person,
you're having sex with more than one person, if they didn't ask, that's their fault. That's their problem. You're single. You don't owe nobody shit. In my mind, if you're single and you have multiple sex partners, you just have multiple sex partners. You're single. How are you being a hoe?
So I think when you use the phrase whole phase, the word whole doesn't take on the same definition as if you were to say whole by itself.
Exactly.
They are not committing
to it's all about perception and interpretation.
Yeah, period of your life. Yeah, so I don't think the word whole takes on the same definition when you use it as
it says relatively short, because phase technically means just a short period of time.
Right, and that's great. But again, in my mind, if you're single, you're not being a hoe. In my mind. If you're single, you're not being a hoe.
As long as they're not leading
when you
people
use
on.
the word by itself. No, you're not being a hoe. But this could be the phase in your life where you're like, ew. Monday,
A friend.
Tuesday,
I don't know.
Wednesday,
It's given. I think
Thursday, Friday.
the problem is people be like, you're at that YOLO state of life where it's just like whatever happens. I'm gonna just ride the wave. And people are like, oh, that's your whole face because you're not tied to anything. Like you're just giving any and everything an opportunity to try.
Don't live by society's rules.
But like Venom said, it doesn't have to be about sex. You can have a whole phase of work.
I don't know. I don't like all these titles and stuff because it's foolishness. It's malarkey. First of all these definitions came up by men for women. So that's just a way that they wanted to control us and us using our vaginas freely. They called you a hoe because you were having sex with multiple men. Like, you're a hoe too because I'm fucking you. Like, make it make sense. What?
See, this is the thing.
I don't do double standards and all these rules and regulations. If you ask me and we're like, and you're like, oh, what are we? Fucking. Then I'm not doing a hoe because I was honest with you. You know what I mean? And then, so if I'm telling you up front that this is all that we're doing, is nothing more, nothing less, and you take it left or right and above and beyond, that's your problem, bro. Like, I was up front. I'm not hoeing you. You're not.
The problem is
we're just having consensual adult sex. See you later. Like, what?
This is the thing. So the problem is
and all the people in hoe because they're single.
Right.
They want to live their best life. They're bugging. You're
the
bugging.
problem
If
is
you want to lock
the
the
whole
book and you single and you doing you, as long as you being safe, ask for that my chart. I don't care. But if you in a relationship or you married, now you a hoe. Because now you lying and you manipulating the situation, you being dishonest to X to Y to Z. But if you single and you telling people like, yo, we don't got no ties besides our juices flowing when they flow, you're not hoeing, bro.
So why is it a hoe when you're married?
Because you are committed. You are in a relationship. You done told this person like, I'm with you and only you. Depending on like whatever.
But why is it that just conniving or a liar? Why is it a hoe?
Because you have more than one person. I don't know why it can't be that too. It could be a lying and dishonest.
Because if we're thinking about the definition of hoe, I'm getting paid to have sex. So just
is different.
So what's the definition of hoe?
A hoe is like, well, what's
the hoe is the person that's having sex with people uncommitted.
No.
That's what he said.
No, he said that's a whole phase.
Oh, whole phase. Oh, my bad. I heard what I wanted to. I'm still gonna have my own little thing to it. I don't know. It's just I feel like if you're not.
But then while he looks at the definition, what was you trying to say?
No, I feel as though they call it a whole phase for women, but for men, it's like their prime.
Yes,
that's how. When I hear a man describe it in the way that they describe it about a woman, they make it sound so degrading. But if they were to switch it and be talking about themselves, oh, I'm in my prime. I'm messing with this one. I'm messing with that one. I got the stamina to keep up.
And they get jacked up and all of that.
I got my prime. I'm in my prime.
Look at these niggas down.
Hey. I don't do double standards.
So they get jacked up and we get looked at like, what's your number? And I'm sorry, what? Don't worry about my account.
Right up front. If it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander, baby. I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready. Because what? You're not about to be out there doing it and think I can't.
Well,
are you loose?
May the best hoe win.
Hold on.
Only after sex and money. They have no interest in an actual deep relationship with their partner. They find someone else to move on.
They're only into sex and money.
That's a definition of a hoe.
Gold digger.
So here's the thing, though. We can't even be gold diggers because they ain't got no gold to dig. So I don't understand what all this. Again, y'all gotta remember the dictionary was Webster. Webster is a man. Well, was a man. Only men were able to make rules and write books and all this other stuff, and it was white men with money. Y'all need to get rid of all these terminologies and forget all this stuff we was taught because it's malarkey, it's fuckery, it's foolishness. It don't make no sense. It's just put out there to put people in this box so everybody can live by these crazy ass rules. Cover it up, wrap it up. You ain't no hoe. It ain't a phase. Just be honest, and it'll be okay.
But what if it's a phase? Because mine only lasted a couple of months,
and that's okay because If it's a phase, it's a phase. Call it whatever you
It
want.
was a great time.
It was a nice
It was
moment
a
of life.
time.
Like, you look back and you laugh and
To
you
be
smile,
alive.
your toes might curl and your head, your toes might twiggle a little bit.
When the clouds hits me every now
Right. You
and
might
then.
live, you might bite your tongue. It was a beautiful human experience.
If I
What?
could turn.
Listen.
Moose
Moose
knuckle.
knuckles. That's gonna be the code for the whole night.
Moose knuckles.
Yo, you know, like the song say, "Let fuck be free." I'm just saying. I don't think nobody.
One of them.
Two of them. And if it's a
Three
three
of
of them,
them.
then why? Why are we judging? Why? I don't understand. As long as again,
She just said she
I ain't
wanted to go
judging
back
a damn
to-
thing,
I do.
baby. I'm gonna root you through it.
you gotta tell everybody.
Okay.
You gotta tell everybody.
Baby, I got some streamers. I got the wine. Like,
Because if you're being honest,
Bring that
there's
shame.
always
I can bring you condoms.
let me
I can
tell
bring you
you,
boyfriend.
I used to do the drop off after the club. When nigga, who nigga house you going to?
I could be your alibi.
What you know?
What do you need? I am now and will always be that girl, that friend, okay?
I'ma
Don't call
cheer
me
you
saying
on.
you about to get involved in some shit because I would be like, what you need me to
Lord,
do? Okay.
Lord. I feel like every 10 years you should have a whole phase for at least a year.
Probably more
How
frequent
you
than
feel
that.
about
Have you
that?
seen what's out there lately?
This is what I'm saying. So how y'all feel about that? I don't feel like it should just be in your 20s. I feel like you should have a phase in your 30s because you're smarter and wiser. I feel like you should also have a phase in your 40s. If you're not tied down to someone, why not have a phase every single few years?
Every decade, girl.
Yeah. Why not? Shit.
That sounds depressing. 10 years is a long time.
She said, "Why I gotta wait every 10 years for the whole phase? I want to have the whole phase sooner
in
than
my
that."
40s. Had a whole phase in my 50s.
Hey, I had a good year to start the first year.
You want to be settled down?
Maybe listen. I would love to be settled down, but if it ain't economy for me to settle down with, then why not have a phase every 10 years?
Every 10 years, she said. So wait, let's get to the comments.
Okay. Well, first, can I just say this one real quick?
No.
Yes.
In reference
I
to
hate her
just
so much.
the whole title, Mika said it's all in how you carry yourself, and I
Thank
felt like
you.
that was very important when we were younger. Like,
No.
you can be
Shit.
fucking around, but everybody don't need to know.
Shame.
Keep your business to yourself.
Mhm.
Shame.
Listen, and as soon as they say something, you be like, huh? I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm ringing
I don't
the
know
bell.
that man.
I don't know that
I
man.
am sorry for
I don't
that
know
man.
that man.
I don't know
Now
that
you
man.
denying the dick.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What? What
Yeah,
suck? What
listen.
suck?
What?
suck?
I
What
never
suck?
saw him. I don't know that man.
I ain't keep.
Y'all are Kiki.
You
Sorry
can
to
say
that man.
Keisha. I'm not
Sorry
Keisha.
to that man. Y'all are Kiki now. Okay. All right.
Candace.
I'm done.
Candace.
And
Listen,
is
and this,
okay. You gonna sit beside Kiki? Okay.
And M.
there's like rules to it and stuff, especially like if it's out of state or out of town, it don't count.
Wow. Y'all hear this?
It really
Yeah.
don't. It
Men,
don't.
remember to use this
It
against
don't count.
her.
If we don't share a state
Not
of
me. Don't
residence,
use
if
that
we
against
don't
me.
share
If
a
we don't live in
town,
the same state, it don't count. You do not count until I'm in the same state as you. That's why it's better when you're an adult.
baby, when I get back home, who?
Who? The what? Again,
happens- what
unless you are in
happens
a committed
there,
relationship
stays
and it's not open, hey, it's in another state. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's a lie.
And
I
if you
don't know
don't,
what that
if
thing
you
is.
don't
because I
arrive,
just
it
walked
don't
through the
count.
airport.
I believe that.
If you don't
If I
arrive, it don't
come-
count.
It don't count.
Yo,
It don't count.
What happens if it ends up being like a cousin or something? Folks that small nowadays.
Then you deal with that
It
at that moment.
don't
When you
count.
get to that bridge,
Did
you
you
cross
know?
it.
Okay, now the family reunion. comes.
No.
What did he say?
Now
Your
have
own-
the family reunion.
if it ends
now
up
you
being a
see the
cousin.
guy that
What
you
if it-
smashed while you was in fucking New Jersey.
What
If
if
it ends up
it's
being
a
a
family member?
What kind of backward ass ancestral
Listen,
mind?
movie book making shit.
Right, though.
No, you're not.
Listen.
What are the chances of that happening?
I rebuke that in the name of Jesus.
Let's go.
Nothing crazy.
Only Leos. It only happens to Leos because Leos attract that energy.
It could happen.
That's what I'm gonna say.
If it happened, but the only way it would matter is if it was bomb sex that I wanted more of.
Right. Only reason why it counts.
If it was, I walk in, I see
No.
Spread your booty wide while I eat it from the back.
Not the bag, the bite.
And then my cousin Venom gonna be like, "Girl, that's Uncle Johnny said something."
The bite.
Yeah. Then that's that.
Okay.
Nutty, you said it wrong.
If the sex wasn't good and we was out of state and I walked in at the family reunion and you was there,
I never saw you before.
I still don't know you.
I don't know
who
you.
you here with?
I don't know you. Nice to meet you.
But you know what's crazy?
Okay.
You know what's crazy? People can't even say that here in Massachusetts because you know how small that West Indian community is. All these people's kids from the last 3 generations all look like each other because they all got the same great-great-grandfather.
You know what?
That's why we said out of state, ma'am.
That's why we said
out of state, ma'am.
Good gracious,
out of state, ma'am. You don't be listening. Take the broomstick out your ears.
Y'all just nasty.
but you know, they sound names say international.
So about those pictures. Yo, my phone just went on.
And this is why you don't date.
Listen,
That's why I'll just date Americans and never a tranny. I don't got time for it.
Bruh, exactly. Shanice. Bruh.
We're not going there today.
Bruh.
Oh, the Honduran population, baby.
That's not what the conversation is about.
Because I don't know. My dad was a ho-ho.
Oh,
It depends on what side of the bush you from and everything. They don't care. If you migrated.
Ho-ho. And I love that man, but ho-ho. That's why I didn't even have a real funeral. Because I'm like, if people pop out of the woodwork, talk about this is my daddy, talking about this was my husband, talking about you're my sister. Because one of them came around talking about, so, did he leave me anything? Bitch! Wow. Bitch! You never claimed him and he never claimed you. So if he left somebody something, do you think he thought of your rotten ass? No. So why the fuck would you even, first of all, we're not even going to get into it, but what I will say is no real funeral, because if somebody else would have came out the woodworks, it would have been me going to jail, because where the fuck was you this whole time? It would have been me going to jail. Where the fuck
you down?
I struggled with him this whole time, and your ass was here the whole time. I would have been going to jail. Don't claim that nigga now. Bye. Don't claim that nigga now. You wanna? So when she asked me if he left money, I said, how about this? Since you want to claim him now, would you like to help pay his bills that he left over? You don't, right? You don't want to do that. So don't try to claim any fucking resources, bitch.
I thought we was going to the comments.
I thought we was going to the comments too. So
we was going to read the comments.
You got it out?
No Trinidadians. That's what I was saying. Going back to it.
Memory. Wait, is Nettie not trying to turn someone out, or does Nettie not want the needy?
What? That's for the whole phase.
Company. Oh, was that for the whole phase?
It has to be for the whole phase.
That's
the only thing that makes
they
sense.
don't care about society standards, want shame to return. Oh, hush your mouth.
Yes, exactly.
But if society doesn't know,
she wants shame to return, but
personal shame. If you have shame for yourself, there's just things you're not gonna do, right? Like put your business.
You didn't throw out personal shame. You just said shame. You want to shame that.
Well, take it. Doesn't shame?
But then you said as long as everybody knows. So does everybody know that you sleeping with them, or do they not know you sleeping with them? And do you have open shame or quiet shame?
It depends on you.
Should I ring the bell?
Shame starts within, in my mind. To me, shame starts within. So if you don't got no
Brian, shut up.
I don't know what to tell you.
That's all I heard today. I swear I was in a bodega all day and I wasn't. I swear I was in a bodega all day today and I wasn't. I just came in. That's how loud it was outside, because you know the bass be strong. Like shaking the windows strong.
Nettie came back with a funeral skills after her phase.
I'm married now. Okay. See, get with it. She was been told you that she was doing that and you wasn't paying attention.
Great topic tonight. Thanks, Stafford. Do you want to add anything to it? Do you have any feedback? We got a few people over here on the Instagram Live. Hey, y'all.
But the comments is at
over there.
Hello, y'all just busy laughing at us, think everything's a joke.
Everything is
we're serious
that's
here.
What we like. That's what we like.
Girl, we know you say that with your whole flat ass.
with my chest. You know,
Make sure you guys are
With your moose knuckles.
with the moose knuckles. Is that it for tonight, ladies? That's all we got. We got more. Or we done? Yeah, I'm hot now.
The
We started talking about the whole thing. The memory started.
Panda, we're not discussing that movie.
And this episode was brought to you by
the movie.
Oh, the movie. Did you guys watch Divorce in Black? Have to mercy. Jesus Christ, eternal fasting.
Now, I'm going to go with Shanice's bruh when you asked me about that movie because what? First of all, the beginning of it was outlandishly. First of all, what I don't like is when Tyler Perry really tries to make Black families look extremely ghetto when we are not. We would not carry our baby outside of that damn casket and then rip off our clothes in the church. And it's like, come on now. We do got some type of class. Now, will we fight you in the back of the church? Yes. Will we steal the whole pie? Yes. Will we do certain things like that in the church? Yes, because they still deserve like the crazy people. Them church folks still deserve, bitch. I will tell you stories. However, what we are not doing is ripping off our clothes in the middle of the church and saying, get my son out the casket and walking out. That's what we're not doing.
I was like,
that was just a force. That was such a force.
No shame.
That was a force.
That movie was wild.
That was a force.
I didn't want to give the giveaways. Big Cat gave the giveaways.
I don't care. You ain't watched it yet. You late.
Yeah, that movie was good.
Late. I didn't watch it yet.
You didn't watch it?
No.
Well, that was just the opening. I didn't tell you nothing else.
That was the opening.
It was more craziness in it.
That's how it started.
Now, if you want a movie that's Black but a little more relatable, you watch The Devil You Know. That's on Prime, and it's been out a couple of years. But if it's I don't think it's one that most people have watched because I haven't heard about it.
No, I feel like first for me.
I feel like I'm
watch that one. The Devil You Know. Now that one is actually entertaining, and you would feel like,
was the movie good.
Michael, what I'm gonna say is watch both. I'm gonna say watch the Tyler Perry Divorce in Black, right? Because they're both on Prime. Are they both on Prime?
Yeah,
I didn't watch.
Okay, so they're both on Prime. Watch them both. Tell me your thoughts, and then we can come back and talk about it next week. I'll give you guys a week or 2 weeks. I'll give you guys 2 weeks to watch it. I won't give it all away. I will say one was better than the other, but I will say for a Tyler Perry movie, it wasn't as terrible as he usually is. I'll say that.
Damn, I like Tyler Perry.
Me too. I like Tyler Perry. All right, y'all. All right. So there is that.
He needs to get Black writers. He just needs to pay them and just do it.
We had a good time talking about whole phases and if they're better in life earlier or later. And what a whole phase actually is. You know, everybody has a different definition.
Mm-hmm.
And then like the little
it's just being called single.
Yeah, just be single and honest.
But there's a
that's the problem. But see, again, like
there's a difference. So being serious. No. If you're being like serious about like being single versus having a whole phase, to me, when we're speaking about like dealing with partners, being single is you could take single as taking your time and trying to weed out who the right person is for you.
Whereas
a whole phase,
I want to feel it all.
Date them all.
Share my contact information with you, knowing that I want nothing more from you than to have sex or to take me on a date or to buy me something. Like I want nothing. Yeah, a company when I want company, and I'm going to build a roster of these type of people.
You for food, you for movies, you for this, you for that, you for
I need to ride to the laundromat.
And, you know,
this one is gonna rub my booty. This one I know he's not gonna try to have.
I know this one gonna make me feel real good about myself because them words of affirmation be hitting.
Hold on.
This one got style, so I'm gonna send him the getting ready pic.
He said it was a nosebleed dog.
Time out.
The movie wasn't that bad.
Hold on. Time out. What if people are just lovers? And that's just how they display themselves into the world. And
Here we go.
What you say?
Here we go with this. I'm just a free spirit. I should have been born in those days where they just smoked weed and laid in the grass and fucked whatever.
What if they just love?
Look at this. She came back like that was the perfect way. You see how she smiled after she said it?
And you know.
Oh my gosh.
Did y'all see that show with Nola Darling? But then again, she was into polygamy. And what she did was
polyester.
Whatever. What she did all her partners, all her lovers knew that she had other lovers. So one day she called them all over at one time so they could meet each other so they could stop fighting for her time.
Polyester.
And they were black, just so y'all know.
Yo.
Yeah.
I love
with chaotic kept saying
because you gotta if you could be honest and keep it player and they still want to be there, that's at that point they made that choice.
Hello,
you're not hoodwinking anybody into anything.
But if I don't think it should be considered a whole phase because if people know about each other,
right? If they're being honest,
so does a whole phase mean people don't know about each other, and that's why it's considered a whole phase, or
it's about
I just don't feel
you define what it is
and
to you, and you make it
work. Is it the men or the women?
It's the men.
Oh my gosh.
It's the men.
It's everybody. I told y'all. I just told this guy that he needs to have a whole thing.
Men that's calling us hoes, then like
no. And I don't think it's exclusive to women. I literally started off saying that I told my
God
that
you point out that you did that to me a few seconds ago.
I'm sorry.
But
I'm sorry.
I'm so sick of her.
No, but wait. No, don't cut me off. Okay. What I don't understand is why do we always got to give these labels to women, but men don't get the same labels?
That's all I'm saying too.
This is not the truth. I literally just told my male friend.
You told him he needed to do it, but he wouldn't be labeled as it even if he did.
Right, that's what she's trying
to say. It would be, you got shorty and that shorty, you bust both of them down, that's what's up. Yes. Now, when a female tells, even if it's a male friend, sometimes they even raise an eyebrow. They may keep their face straight, but she'd be like, yo, I fucked Anthony and I fucked his, I knew his friend before I knew that, but I fucked his friend too. It's like they looking at you like,
my good fella.
Why would you do that though?
Baby, I don't give a damn.
I really think it's
but you can always tell who got feelings because they get in their feelings as soon as they find out some shit. And it's like, or they lied, i.e. his Freda, and then the person gets a message that says, I'm coming to you as a woman.
Bitch,
you stupid bitch. Why did you believe him anyway? Get me off this show before I tell everybody everything. Love y'all. Bye.
With that being said, make sure you are following us on all platforms so you know when to find us, you know when to see us. We love you.
Moose Knuckles.
Moose Knuckles.
We love y'all.
Moose Knuckles.
I hate you so much.
Why? Because we turned
she
up
really
with
look like that girl from Bob's Burgers.
Turned up with my
Y'all know we lit when we together, right? In person. This is what we really like all the time.
I wish I had a mohawk. That would be so cool. I'm